Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella with the weigh-in here for Golovkin versus Brook. With me, I think it's FROCH. You look well, Carl.
Thank you. It's the eyebrows.
Yeah, and new hair?
No, hair's not new.
Oh.
A few people have said something about my hair, but I don't understand what the issue is.
Well, whatever it is, you're looking very well.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What did you make of them on the scales today, in particular Golovkin?
I don't like to read too much into it, but he didn't look happy, did he, Golovkin? He looked a bit ill. You know, when you've got a cold or you've got a bit of a virus. But he flew in 6 days ago. Apparently he went to Monaco first, then came back. But he flew in 6 days ago, and I don't think that's long enough on the West Coast. So he'll be feeling the jet lag. He's getting booed. He's probably not used to getting booed. And he's a long way from home. And he's in against an unbeaten fighter who's really fired up in KELL BROOK. He's pumping his chest and smiling at the crowd, and he's in Golovkin's face. He looks really confident, KELL BROOK. It's good to see. Might all be smoke and mirrors, The fight's got to happen. It's a welterweight against a middleweight, and that's all people are going to be focusing on. Is KELL BROOK big enough? But he looks big enough. They look size-wise like they belong in the ring together. And sometimes, when fighters step up, especially from welterweight to middleweight, they do look like different weight divisions, and they don't seem to look like that. So I'm confident for KELL BROOK, more confident than what I was. I think he can do it. But you've got to be honest and say that Golovkin is probably the massive favourite. Big puncher. Can KELL BROOK take the power? We don't know. But what's going to happen when he starts getting hit? We're going to find out. But I don't know. He didn't look happy, Golovkin, and I think that's a lot of. KELL BROOK can take a lot of positives from the way that Golovkin's been in the build-up to this and how he looked today on the scales. Flying in 6 days ago, apparently he's got a virus or he's ill, and now he looks a bit miserable on the scales. So there's a lot of positives there for KELL BROOK to maybe take with him, but it's not going to matter on the night if he don't perform. KELL BROOK's got to perform. He's got to use his speed and range. His timing's got to be smack on. He's got good timing, KELL BROOK. He turns that right hand nice. His jab, his distance. 36 fights, unbeaten. He's a world champion, so he'll be coming in confident. But he's in against Golovkin, who's a bit of a monster puncher. And it's not just a big puncher, Golovkin. He can fight as well. I'm hearing he's had 350 amateur fights and only lost 5. And he's wiped out everybody he's boxed, hasn't he? So he's obviously very good.
It was you that quoted, "Avoid Golovkin like the plague," a few years ago, and that still stands now.
I can't remember saying that.
I think you did, yeah. Avoid Golovkin like the plague. But when I spoke to you last time, the talk of Eubank and Golovkin was in the works, and you were actually one of the few people I spoke to, if not the only one or two people I spoke to, that said that fight wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
And that proved to be right.
It did, yeah. I didn't think that. I didn't think it was a great fight for Eubank Jr. at this stage of his career. And I think his dad realised that, and then a few obstacles were put in place where they could sort of get out of it without losing too much credibility. But I think it's a great fight, Eubank Jr. and Golovkin, because obviously they're both middleweights, and Eubank Jr. is one hell of a fighter at middleweight, and I think he can do the business against Golovkin. I think he's got a good chance of winning. But we're here to talk about KELL BROOK against Golovkin, and it's a tough task, but he can do it as well. He can pull it off.
Is his best chance early, do you think?
I don't know if he can. I don't know if he's going to be able to punch hard enough at middleweight to hurt Golovkin and take him out early. But there's people saying, he's better off going out early and letting the shots go and trying to get him out of there. I don't know if you can go and try and get Golovkin out of there, because he's such a well-schooled amateur, such a well-schooled professional now, seasoned. I don't think you're going to be going out there and having a punch up with him and beating him up close in punching range. Because usually when it's a swing up, when it's a let's go for it from the start, it's a 50-50 who hits who. And as soon as Kell Brook starts to get hit off Golovkin, that could be the end for him. I think he needs to concentrate on not getting hit. So that don't mean go out early and have a swing up. So I think he needs to box and move and take it late. It's a dangerous fight for him, and it's a difficult one for him to win. But if he can employ the right tactics for 12 rounds, he can pull it off, can't he?
How much of a shock would it be for Brook to be victorious?
If Kell Brook beat GENNADY GOLOVKIN, it'd be one of the biggest upsets in British boxing in recent years, because nobody's really expecting him to win. Golovkin's got this reputation that's like almost, it's fair to say, as bad as or as big as Mike Tyson's reputation when he was fighting. People are just scared of him. He's got this fear factor of knocking everybody out, and his punch ratio, knockout ratio is so high. Everybody seems to be worried about it, but Kell Brook don't look worried. He just looks like he's excited and looking forward to getting in there.
Well, we all are. Is there any questions I'm not allowed to ask you today?
No, not at all.
Oh.
When do you ever get restrictions on your interview?
Oh, never. So, what else have you had done?
Right.
What else have you had done? You look different. Positively well. In a good way.
You want to ask me about the nose, don't you?
Love to.
So, it doesn't sound like it at the minute, but I've had a septal rhinoplasty. And the reason for the septal rhinoplasty is to repair deviated septum, damaged turbulence in the nose, so I can breathe. So I want to be able to breathe better. At the minute I can't breathe any better because it's still all healing inside. And obviously, whilst I was having that done and put myself under a 2-hour operation, I've had my nose taken back to pretty much what it would have looked like if I'd have never boxed. I've had my nose broken about 4 or 5 times. The surgeon broke it 3 times actually to reset it. So yeah, I've had my nose sorted out. So hopefully I'll be able to breathe better. And hopefully my side profile looks a bit better.
Can you have a look? Wait there, let's have a look.
Oh God! Let's start zooming.
Yes, wait there, let me get from the other side. That side.
You haven't got any light on that either, have
No,
you?
you can see it, trust me. Natural lighting.
Natural lighting. So yeah, it's pointless denying it, isn't it? But the main reason I've gone in and had this done, because this is my 5th operation. I'm not a fan of operations getting put under anaesthetic. I don't know if you know, but I don't get knocked out. You're like that one, don't you? But the anaesthesia knocked me out for 2 hours. So it wasn't an easy decision to make. I'm doing a lot of swimming now, so I'm not running. Can't breathe in the pool. My friend's leaving me in the pool because he's getting fitter and stronger at swimming, and I'm struggling in my front crawl. I want to do more breaststroke. So there's many reasons. I snore at night. Rachel's elbowing me at night. Stop snoring, waking me up. It's terrible. My friends, I've got Carl here. He drives me to London. He comes with me on a lot of the shows, and stop sniffing. What are you sniffing for? You've got a bad habit. It's like always, constantly in the back of my mind. Always sniffing and snorting like nastiness, trying to get air through my nose. And now it's been fixed, so I'm quite happy about it. I can't wait till I can start breathing again. Was that too long an answer?
Thank you very much for the explanation. I think that's covered everything we need to know. So,
Yeah.
like that one? You like that
Do
one?
you think that nobody? Yeah, Adam. Talking about the nose. Do you want to join us?
He's just taking.
It's made an official statement.
He's just made an official statement, like clarity about the nose job.
In case anybody had doubts.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's now moved down to welterweight.
I think everybody now knows. About the nose.
They knows. Kell Brook, thank you very much for talking to
Pleasure, mate.
IFL TV.
Always a pleasure.
And yeah, listen, we'll hopefully catch up with you tomorrow. Brook Golovkin.
Can't wait. Cheers, KUGAN.
Thank you very much.